Hello Capricorn, welcome to Neat's Tarot. This is your November reading from Neat's, and here we have some pre-shuffle cards. If you'd like to subscribe, like and share, I'd be very grateful. So let's see what the spirit guides want to tell you for November. Okay, Capricorn, you haven't been feeling quite yourself, I don't think, recently. You look to have been in a bit of a dark mood, or in a dark cloud. A bit flat, that's what I'm getting. You've just been feeling bored, flat. I think this Mercury retrograde has affected everybody, I've got to say, so I do think that's partly it, but I just think you've kind of just gone into a bit of a rut in your life at the moment. It feels like you've got no get up and go. So you've been looking at new things to start to kind of give you some motivation back. And I do think you found it. I think you found something. For a lot of you, it's a new project. It could be creative, it could be business-wise, it could be a mixture of both, but it looks like it has got legs and it has got growth, and the idea is good. So whatever it is you're thinking of starting, I'd say go for it, because this is being shown as something that could really take off, and it could be a really strong new direction for you. Okay, so whatever you're thinking about doing, I'd say do it. That's the message here. If you want to start in the new year, that's fine, but if you start planning it now, that's what I'm getting. If you plan now, do the research now, and then maybe start putting it into actual action next year, I think that may work better for you. I think it just needs a little bit of planning time. Okay. Plus, everybody feels more motivated at the start of the year. A brand new year, January, Christmas is done. Everybody starts to feel like they've got a new spring in their step, so it's a good time to start putting it all into action then. Right, love-wise, I do feel like most of you will be in a relationship and you do feel quite happy with your relationship, but I get the feeling that you do think that sometimes your man isn't quite as committed as you'd like them to be, or if they are committed, then sometimes they're a bit in and out. They could be a little bit lazy. They could be a little bit, 1 minute they're putting all the effort in and the next minute they're not. And I do get this sort of seesaw effect, like they're sort of there, then they're not, and it's kind of doing your head in a little bit, to be fair. But I know the love's there, and I know that you're good together. So if you are in a relationship and that resonates, please take that. If you're not, then obviously that won't belong to you. But this is for people who are in a relationship. I do feel like you are very connected, like you're meant to be together, and it has got everything it needs to work. It's got the chemistry, it's got the spark. It's just this man, he's just a little bit... he could be a bit harsh as well with his words sometimes, a little bit brutal. And, it can maybe say things that might hurt you sometimes. And I think that's something that you have to get your head around. And all I can say is that I think you should tell this person if they're doing something that's not right, they're doing something that you don't like, they're doing something to hurt you, then you need to let them know how you're feeling about that and just try and talk to them about that, because they might not even realise, and even if they do realise, it's going to be hard for them to change it, but they need to work on that, and that's something that you need to discuss with this person if you want it to run a bit smoother. Okay, I think this person looks up to you, but I do think he likes to rule the roost. So I think he wears the trousers a lot of the time, and you don't like upsetting this person. But yeah, he admires you because you are more creative and you are more sort of inspiring to him. So he loves who you are and he admires you, but I think he can be the dominant one sometimes, and you don't like to... You're treading on eggshells, that's what I'm getting. I've just been shown a picture of somebody treading on eggshells, and I think that it's not a great vibe. It's not a great vibe when it's like that. And I think, if he understands why you're feeling like that and how you're feeling like that and when you're feeling like that, I think he may be able to, or he or she, of course, may be able to be a bit more aware of it, and maybe not be quite so dominating and domineering, and maybe they will actually sort of be able to step back a bit and let you have your say and not make you feel awkward in certain situations. But it is going to take a conversation. That's what I feel is needed, and a very honest and open conversation without arguing, without blame, just a really sort of open, honest conversation about some of the things that person does makes you feel a certain way, and then that person will take this on board and will try to change those things that you don't like. So that is necessary. Okay. I think sometimes you have thought about, should I stay with this person or shall I walk away? I also think you've been thinking this about your career as well, your job, your sort of day job that you've got. I think you're kind of thinking, shall I stay because it's comfortable, I know it, I've been there a while, or shall I just look for something new because I'm getting a bit bored with it stresses me out a bit sometimes, I'm fed up. I think, to be honest, I think you have outgrown that job. I'll be fair. I think you have outgrown it, but whether you want to leave or not is entirely up to you. I do feel that this new project that you're thinking of starting will start to bring some money in, and you might be able to think again about your day job or your regular job. You might be able to sort of like either cut down on the hours or just do something else that that you find is nicer, that's easier, because I think this other project that you're starting is going to be one where you will be able to charge some decent money for whatever it is that you're providing, whether it's a service, a product, a creation. You will get some money in for that, and I do think it will be long lasting. If you put the effort in and the hard work, you can have that, and it can actually change your life to the point where you might not even need a regular job if you carry on with this idea. Okay, so it's really important that you follow this idea through. Spirit are saying go ahead. They're giving me a lot of green, and you've got the motivation, you've got the talent to do it, you've got the tools to do it. It's like you just need to get on with it. So yeah, go for it, because I'm seeing success. The Six of Wands is the success card, and so you will shine in this, whatever this is that you're going to do. You will shine. Okay. Some of you may need a big space to work in. Some of you may already have a big space to work in, but you might need to look at renting a studio place or an office or something. If you haven't got the room at home, of course, it does feel like you may need to look at getting a space to be able to do what you want to do. All right. Now, you can't see where this is going yet. You just can't see where it's going, but I can see that you may even start to collaborate with other people so that you're working together. You may share a space together so that it's not as expensive, so that there may be 2 or 3 businesses under one roof. You may find that you're all pulling together, and you've got this lovely place where you can just create what you want to create, and you've got this feeling of just space, basically, so that you can get on with your project, get on with your job, get on with your goals. So I do see a collaboration with other people, a team of people maybe coming in to sort of help you out in some way. Now, I'm not saying you will work with them. I think for some of you, you will work with other people, and for some of you, you will work alone, but you will collaborate in some way, even, like I said, if it is renting a space, an office or something where 2 or 3 people pull in together. So that's what I'm seeing for November. Interesting, yeah. I think this project is going to be very, very good for you. I think you're going to feel quite proud of yourself. The money will flow in. You'll enjoy what you're doing. So it's a whole new lease of life. So I'd say, yeah, definitely do this. Definitely start this. Okay, Capricorn. Goodbye to the old and hello to the new, which is what we've just been saying. You've just finished one part of your life. I think you have outgrown your day job, and now a new and even better part is beginning. So I think that's to do with your actual passion or creative side. Whatever it is that you really are passionate about and you want to do, it could take over from the old so that you leave that behind. Okay. Children. Now, some of you might not have children. I don't think this is necessarily about having children with this particular card. I think this is about being like a child yourself. So it's like get back into the things that you used to enjoy doing when you were young. Just get back into that feeling of freedom and just enjoying yourself. And you didn't used to think about money and jobs and all of that. And I know we have to as adults, but try and get back into something, doing something where you just feel like you can lose yourself and really enjoy yourself. And if you can earn money from doing that, and it looks like you can, that's when you've got it made. That's when the success really is a success, because you're earning money from something that you want to do rather than something that you're forced to do. So I'd say get back into those old projects that you've dust yourself down, think about what you used to like doing when you were a kid and get back on with it, because it's got legs, and it's definitely got the potential to make you some money. So I'd say you've got to go for that. Okay. Walk away. So, yeah, that is just confirming that you need to walk away from the kind of situation that you're still in, I think, work-wise. Not necessarily your relationship. I think there are a few issues there, but I think that's all sortable. I think this is more to do with work. Leave the unhealthy situations behind and enjoy the new doors that open as a result, because I think you've just outgrown your stay. Outgrown your welcome there. You've outstayed it. It's stressful. It's boring. It's okay, but it's just stale and stagnant, and I think that needs to be looked at. So crack on with this new project that you're thinking of getting into, because that is what will open the new doors for you, and you'll be able to leave behind your other boring day job. Okay, so let's look at the Halloween deck. What does the spirits want to say to Capricorn for the next month or the very near future for November 2021? What do the spirits want to say to Capricorn? Yep, be authentic. We've had this card a few times for other readers as well, for other star signs. Be authentic in yourself. Just make sure you're being true to yourself. Do what you really want to do. Do what you feel like doing. Okay. Yeah, zombie. Now, take control, because you need to take control of this. Otherwise, because you've been feeling like a zombie, you feel like you've got no motivation, you're bored. It's like, what am I doing? Just getting up, going to work, doing this, doing that. God, it's no existence, is it? So get into these new projects, get into this something that makes you passionate. Take control of it, because it's all in your hands. Nobody's going to stop you. It's all up to you. Okay. Yeah. The future looks good. You can't see the future yet, like I said. You can't quite see what's coming, but I can, and I know it's going to be good. So don't worry about it too much for now. Live in the moment, think about the present, get stuck into what you want to do, go where your passions are, and just let the universe and the spirits sort the rest out, because they are behind you, and it looks like that better things are to come from this new project. Okay, is there anything else that the spirits want to tell Capricorn for November? Any other areas of their life they want to highlight? Oh, that flew out. Okay. Yeah, just be honest with yourself. So it is, again, it's the same sort of message. Be honest with yourself. If you're not happy with something, tell somebody. Don't just sneak off into the background and just sit there in a sulk. Tell them, open up about it. If there's something you don't like, then be honest with yourself about it, and be honest with that other person about it. Don't just go and hide away and keep it all inwards into yourself, because that's when it gets destructive, and that's when it starts to affect your health and your stress levels. So I'd say, open up to people. It will feel a lot better, and it won't be as bad as you think when you do talk about it. Okay, the Fool, jumping into new things, take a risk, just go with it, feel happy, carefree and light about it. And I think you already do. I think you're already fired up to do this. So it's very, very, there's a lot of confirmation here, all the same messages really. So get stuck into whatever it is you want to do with passion, and you'll be able to leave the old life behind, and you'll be able to survive on something new and exciting. Okay, Capricorn, that's your November reading. Take care.